I joined a Cobblemon SMP with 30 creators where everyone seems to be rich, but I am broke. And that has to change. In the last video, I explained the exact purpose of this Cobblemon SMP and how I want to run my Ice-type gym in my soon-to-be-built Glaceville City. But I forgot to explain one thing, which is how our economy works. We have a mod called Cobbledollars, which makes us able to make money by winning battles against NPC trainers, participating in raids, and similar activities. And we use that money to make trades with each other for items and Pokemon. And in this video, I am planning to find a way to make a lot of money. And I'm gonna show you exactly how. But first, let me show you what I've been up to in between episodes. First of all, a lot of you have been asking me to share the mod pack, and I wish I could just share the entire mods folder, but it's not that simple sadly. So I added a list of mods we use in the description down below. As I was gathering wood, I was visited by another creator on the server. His channel name is Moz Gaming, and we all call him Moz.
Oh dang, Spoon, you got this. Alright, bro.
Yo!
Alright, bro.
Yo, are you sure?
You know what?
But what? Oh, okay.
Cause I'm the richest person in the server, bro. Oh wait, I shouldn't eat apples in front of you. Wait. Oh, I'm the richest person in the server.
Oh my
bro.
god. What you working on then?
Just getting rich, but that's it.
Just
What's
getting
this?
rich.
Let me put my fancy hat on. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's my fancy hat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes you look rich.
Wait, I need more diamonds?
No, oh my
Low-key.
god, dude.
Bro, I'm the richest person in the server.
Yeah,
by the
okay,
way.
well, I got plenty now. It's 2.5 stacks, dude. You're just giving it away like it's nothing. And don't say because it is nothing.
Oh, it's nothing.
Okay.
Yo, low-key beautiful house.
Right? I mean, it's gorgeous.
Bro, there's nothing more you can do to this.
No,
You
right?
already put your furnace and everything in there.
It has
Already
everything I need. I have everything I need. Why would I need a bigger house?
Bro lives
Oh,
in a
yeah.
2x2.
Yeah, I do, of course. Look at this thing. It's big enough for everything I need. It has a bed. It has a PC right here for all my Pokemon.
Dang, bro, I like those furnaces. Like,
Oh my god, dude.
I like the furnaces, you know. That's a tip, bro.
I
That's a
have
tip.
plenty. That storage cell is orange, right? It's full with your diamonds.
Oh, how are you gonna upgrade it? Just upgrade it, bro.
Oh.
Just buy a new one.
Okay, for that, I'm gonna work on that today. Well, the donations will certainly help me get rich, if I find a way to sell these diamonds maybe. But they are certainly very useful for crafting, of course. If you watched last video, you might remember that Ash built me one of these. A storage system with a 4K storage drive capable of storing 4,000 items at once. And thanks to the donations of Moz, it didn't take me too long to upgrade that drive to a 64K storage drive, which can store 64,000 items at once. That should be plenty of storage for now. I also fully terraformed the land that I plan to turn into Glaceville City, so everything is nice and flat now. A couple steps away from that land, I started working on some base level create stuff. Nothing crazy, just an easy and fuel efficient way to cook my food. My good buddies Ryan and Dan also joined DexCraft, which you might know from other videos I've made, like this hide and seek video.
Behind the building, other side.
You guys are planning to do this all along.
Go, 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 go!
I highly recommend watching that after this one, but if you don't know them yet, here they are.
I don't think I need to say my name, but I'm Ryan. I'm 26.
He's colorblind.
Shut up, man.
Whoa, what?
My favorite color is purple, but I'm colorblind, so I can't see it properly. And my favorite Pokemon is dark.
I'm out.
Yay for colorblind.
So yeah, I'm Dan. You can call me Dan or Toast, whatever you prefer. I'm roughly the same as my good friend Ryan here. My favorite color is blue. My favorite Pokemon is Snom.
And to build a city, you first need buildings. And I started on Glaceville City's first building, which is going to be my house. I am building my house nice and big and on one of the highest points of the city, even though there is not too much elevation change. Why are you so small? Why do people do this? Come on, man.
Hello.
So I right click this item, I click,
Yep.
oh my lord.
You gotta play Flappy Bee.
How do I? Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Always get stream up as we go.
I don't know what it is about that name, but something about it.
They're very
Oh, it's hard.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not... I mean, it's cool though, right?
It's so
yeah.
cool. Let me try one more. Oh, what? I gotta
We
get
had
past the
another
3.
Business ideas. I had another business idea, Spoon, which is I'm going to sell Game Boys and the cartridges. I'm gonna be a game store.
I'm gonna donate you all the money I have. Yes! Score 9! And in between building, DT from last video and Ryan and Dan invited me to do some raids, which resulted in owning some pretty cool new Pokemon. And beside the Pokemon I caught from the raids, I also caught some Pokemon in the wild here and there. Like this one.
I think DT's here.
Why? Screenshot?
I don't know, maybe the fact there's a giant f***off death pigeon over in the forest.
Giant off death pigeon.
No, because that's definitely not a natural spawn, so... Oh my god, it's a natural spawn.
You're kidding. You're joking.
It's a natural spawn.
You're joking. I only have 4 balls.
Holy shit, it's a natural spawn, Yveltal.
A natural spawn, huge as Veltal. Joke. I was about to say
It's
fuck
a natural
off.
spawn Yveltal. It's like his chest.
Yeah. So. You're
No way. No way.
Look at this dude. Anyway, building makes you hungry, and I was running out of food. And as I was walking around trying to find some food, I remembered that we have a shopping district on this server, and I went to have a look if I can buy some food from someone's shop. Apple pie. 2 copper coins, whole pie. You can buy food in here. Stroopwafels. What? Where are the stroopwafels? You don't have any stroopwafels. Only a couple. You only have 3 stroopwafels. I can buy some chocolate bars and chocolify my apple. Look, chocolate apples are actually really good. So I have 50. You need 1 piece of chocolate. 1 piece of chocolate goes to 8. So, and I have 50. So 50 divided by 8 is I need 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these, which is 2 copper coins. Full bar. Whose shop is this? It's Hank's. Let me quickly get some copper coins. ATM. I'm gonna buy a... Ooh, that's a lot of money. How much am I gonna buy? I have 364,000 bucks. I'm gonna buy 64,000 worth of copper coins. Just 1 stack. I have 300,000 left over. This is my spending money. So I need 14 of these. And that's now mine. And for these, I need to do that times 3, which would be 48. Boom. I bought all the stroopwafels. I'm shopping, people. Quartz for sale. I don't need quartz. I need food. Ultra balls in stock. 16 is 2 diamonds. 64 is 4 diamonds. Or 128 for 6 diamonds. I'm gonna get some diamonds. 128 for 6 diamonds. I love shopping. What's that? The record shop. So many good shit in here. You can buy music. All music discs are 10 diamonds. But I kind of want to make a shop of my own as well. How funny would that be? So I want to make a store in the shopping district, but I have no idea what kind just yet. My first thought was going to be a food store, but there are a couple of those already, and a lot of people have big farms anyway, so they don't really need it. And as we are playing Cobblemon, I will say Pokeballs also crossed my mind, especially because of all the different types of Pokeballs that I could sell. But my buddy Ash is already working on that, so that too is not an option. But then I found it. While I was building my house, I kept running into a problem, which was that I never had enough copycat blocks. Copycat blocks are a very wide variety of blocks that you can place and give almost any texture by right-clicking with any block, which makes you able to turn any block into stairs and slabs, or use the wide variety of smaller pieces to decorate your builds. To make copycat blocks, you simply need zinc, which is an ore that you can find deep underground. For big projects like my house, you will need way more than one stack, which can easily take away precious time that you could have used on building. So I think a copycat block store can work really well, especially because we have some pretty active builders on the server. And what if I told you that it was possible to make a zinc farm using the create mod? Which is exactly what I've done. For the people that don't know what the create mod is, let me give you a very quick and scuffed explanation. Simply said, you can make machines and factories by using components that the create mod provides. First, you need rotating power from either water, wind, or steam. To keep things simple, I'll use the cheapest one for now, which is water. You place a water wheel and let water flow over it to make it spin. Using that spinning motion, you can power your create components to do a variety of things. You can blow items or transport them, and even crush items into other items. You can reach a bunch of different components by using shafts to extend, gearboxes to split, and gears to multiply or even speed up. More components means more stress, and there's only so much your water wheel can take. By adding more water wheels or upgrading to large water wheels, or both, your network will be able to handle more stress. Alright, I hope that explains it enough. Now let's get to the fun stuff. I'm going to explain exactly how my machine works. Alright, this thing might look a little intimidating at first, but it's really just very compact. Let me explain how this machine turns cobblestone into zinc. Yes, cobblestone. First, we need cobblestone, and you can make a very easy and compact cobblestone generator with the create mod. All you need is a drill. You can waterlog the drill, and if you place lava above the block the drill's facing, cobblestone will generate and the drill can break it. Also, this is a creative motor providing an infinite amount of stress units, and it lets me control the speed to easily show you how this works. Now, if you add a bunch of drills together, you can make a big cobblestone generator from just one input. Alright, we have a bunch of cobblestone. Now we need to crush the cobblestone down to gravel. We can use a mill for that. Cobblestone goes in, and when provided with rotational input, the mill will crush cobblestone down to gravel. And then we need to crush the gravel. But this isn't possible in a mill. To crush gravel, we need crushing wheels. And these use a little bit more stress units. Gravel will fall into the crushing wheels and will come out at the bottom as sand. This process also has a 10% chance of dropping flint as an extra drop, which we also need for this machine. Now that we have sand, we are going to wash the sand. We will use a fan for that. With a blowing fan, you can move items, but if a fan is blowing through lava, it can smelt ores. And when it's blowing through fire, it can cook your food. And when a fan is blowing through water, you can wash certain items. Washing sand will turn it into clay. This process only has a 25% chance though, so for every stack of sand that we wash, we'll likely only get around 16 clay. Okay, so now we have flint and clay, and if you add those two together in a basin and add water to it, which you can pump from an infinite water source, you can mix all of that together to make a block called acerine. This block is usually a decorative block, but if you crush acerine with a crushing wheel, it has a 30% chance to drop raw zinc and another 30% chance to drop zinc nuggets. You can automatically smelt raw zinc into zinc ingots using a blowing fan with lava, and you can craft the zinc nuggets into zinc ingots later by hand. Now, if you put all of that together and make it as compact as possible, this is your outcome. As you can see, I obviously made this machine in creative mode as it's way easier in the designing stage. But there is something very cool that the create mod provides that lets me put this build into the server without having to build it myself. This is a schematic. It can be used to save buildings as a file, as demonstrated right here. Then switching over to the DexCraft SMP, I have to make a schematic cannon, a schematic table, and a blank schematic. I then load the schematic in by using the table and tell the game where I want this build to go. And then when I place the schematic into the cannon, I can load all the items I need to gather onto a clipboard. And now I have a list of all the blocks and items that this machine was built with. And when I gather all the blocks, components, items, and even liquids that are on this list, I can place a chest or barrel filled with all these items next to the cannon, fill the cannon with gunpowder as fuel, and press play. And just like that, my machine is ready. Well, kinda ready. Remember how I said more components mean more stress? This machine uses roughly 30,000 stress units, and to give you an idea on how much that is, I needed to place down a full stack, 64 large water wheels to power this machine. But it's all worth it, because with a bit of time, we'll have enough zinc to make every copycat block in the game. Oh, the sky is beautiful. Must stay focused. Huh? Hi. Here on DexCraft, we have a secret. Hosting a Cobblemon server for 30 people isn't easy, especially when all these people are living on different continents. So our secret? We partnered up with Viper Hosting, and they provided us with a server capable of housing all these players without any lag whatsoever. Viper Hosting uses the latest gen hardware and network technology to guarantee uninterrupted connectivity while catching your favorite Pokémon or building the nicest towns together with your friends. And it doesn't matter if you're playing with 2, 10, 30, or even 100 people, Viper Hosting will have the perfect server ready for your budget and needs so you can start today. And if you click the link in the description and use the code that is on the screen right now, you can save yourself a nice bit of discount on that server. Thank you Viper Hosting for sponsoring this server, and thank you for supporting the companies that support DexCraft. Now back to the video. Now, it's not really going to be my store. In fact, I kinda already own a store in the shopping district. My buddy Ash made a concrete shop called Conkelders Concrete. The idea of this shop kinda came from both of us. More from Ash, to be honest, but I started the idea of needing infinite concrete to build Glaceville City. And when I was trying to make an infinite concrete machine, Ash found an easier way to make an infinite concrete machine and did so. And when he built the shop, we decided to split the profits of Conkelders Concrete. And as Ash kinda helped me with the idea of the copycat store as well, we decided to do the same thing here. So technically, we each have our own shop, but they're both part of the same company. Just like Conkelders Concrete, I need a name for my shop. I want to use a Pokemon in the name, just like Conkelders Concrete, and the name I decided to go with is Kecleon's Camouflage Carpentry. Time to make the shop. The vibe I want to go for is kind of a mix between a supermarket and a Pokemart. I will use a gray stone block as the base and make sure it has nice big window panels, as I think a good view inside from the outside will really invite someone in. I've added the logo at the front as I think it will really give it that Pokemart feel. I'll add a white and blue band around the building to really fit the brand. And after adding the windows and some details, the exterior is pretty much finished. And when I add the floor and close the roof, I think it's time to start on adding our shelves. In Conkelders Concrete, and actually all the shops here on DexCraft, we have a self-service cash out. We trust all the players to grab items from the stores and replace them with the money in value with the price, just like I did when I bought the food earlier. Oh, and also, there is a villager at the spawn of the shopping district where you can exchange couple dollars for coins so you can physically pay for something. You can also exchange these coins back to couple dollars at that same villager. With the self-service checkout in mind, I made my shelves to be a bunch of barrels in a row with display cases on top, which will show the item that would be in the barrel. And after filling the display cases and pricing the items fairly using signs, it was time to fill the barrels with everything I could make at that time. And after leaving my PC on overnight to keep the zinc farm running, I had enough zinc to make all the items I needed to at least open the shop. Which brings us to our next topic, advertising. Oh, also, overnight we added a new mod which gives our skins animated eyes. They now move when I move my mouse, and when idle, it will make random expressions. It's so cool. Oh, and because we updated to Cobblemon 1.7, this little dude is gonna come in very handy for building Glaceville City. Yoink, well, when it evolves at least. Anyway, time to advertise Kecleon's Camouflage Carpentry, and what better way to attract customers than with a good deal, am I right? The shop will have a grand opening sale where everything will be 50% off. which sounds like a good deal to me. Now I just need everyone on the server to hear about it. DexCraft has a Discord server for its members, so I figured that might be a good place to start. And after typing out the message, it's time to wait. But oh, look at that! It's our first customer! This is Fluffy. She is one of our active builders on the server. Her project is actually a really cool modern city with a huge lab with amazing details. She took full advantage of the sale and she bought like half the items I had in stock. For some items, I even had to make more on the spot as she wanted more than I had in stock. After Fluffy left, I gave my farm a good sleeping night to work overtime. And the next day, I had around 15,000 zinc ingots, and that's excluding the nuggets that I can craft into more ingots, which is exactly what I did before bringing all the zinc I had in my backpack. Also, I upgraded my backpack to be able to stack items way past the 64 count. Very useful for when you were trying to transport 15,000 zinc. When I arrived at the shop with all the zinc, I started filling up every single barrel with all the different copycat blocks. And I ended up stocking up the entire store fully, apart from like 4 barrels, which were only half filled. Which tells me that roughly 15,000 zinc ingots is not enough to maintain my shop. But now that the shop is fully stocked up, it's time to wait. Well, it's been a week since I opened the shop, so let's see how much money was made in total. My copycat products are priced according to their crafting recipe. To make anything that is sold in this shop, I put zinc in the stone cutter and choose the block that I want to make. Every block made differs in output amount, so what I mean by that is 1 zinc ingot will turn into X amount of block, and X will depend on what block I choose. Stairs, for example, is 1 zinc ingot for 1 copycat stair, but a layer block is 1 zinc ingot for 16 layer blocks. And each item has their own amount, but it will always be one of these numbers: 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, or 16. I also sell zinc ingots in the shop and I price these at $20,000 per stack. And using that as a base, I price the rest of the items accordingly to their crafting amount. And now you must be wondering how much money I made selling copycat blocks in Kecleon's camouflage carpentry. Well, most of the sales were made by Fluffy during the 50% grand opening sale, and I left the sale going for another 2 extra days, and I counted a total profit of $845,000, which means we technically made a turnover of around $1.5 million, but because most of the sales were 50% off, it's $845,000. But because it's not the only store I own, we can count this week's profit of Conkelder's Concrete as well, which counted a profit of $209,000, totaling a whopping $1.05 million, split between me and Ash, of course, which means we made $527,000 each. Which I think is not bad for a week's work. And this is not the last money that will be made. Follow the journey live on my channel and find out as one of the first how much money I make with Kecleon's camouflage carpentry. Or just come hang out and tell me what Pokemon you want me to catch. If you're interested, be sure to subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it, and I will see you in the next one.